Welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Rachel and I'm a cross stitcher. I'm a multi-crafter really. I'm a cross stitcher, I'm a quilter, I'm a crafter in general. Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch always says craft is life, and I totally agree. Craft is life and I love to craft. It's been a couple weeks since I've done one of these update videos, so I thought I would update you guys again on some of the fun crafty things that I have been getting up to. Work has been really busy lately, or I have been at work a lot lately, and so I don't have a ton to show, but I thought I'd kind of show you what I have gotten done. So we'll start off with cross stitch. All right, so I really only have one whip since the last time we talked. So this is in one of my fun bags that I made. It's kind of a Christmas bag, even though this isn't a Christmas project that I made. I mean, look at the little bears that I put on the bag. They're so cute. Look at this one little hat. Adorbs. I put a fun little zipper pull on here. And I make these little tags that I put on all my bags because obviously I can't see what's on the inside. So this is Old McDonald's Farm. This is one of my oldest whips. And this was actually meant to be a birth sampler for my daughter. She's now 7, so I don't think I really got it done in a timely manner. But this is Old McDonald's Farm by Victoria Sampler. And I bought this as a kit from Stitchville. I bought both the chart and the accessory pack. So I'm doing it all in the called for silks. And these are nice when you buy the accessory pack because if you bought every single skein of all the silks that are required, it would be so much money. But if you buy the little pack, it comes with, basically enough of the silk that you need. So it's a little more cost effective. And so what I do, I know this kind of looks like a hot mess, but I take all of the floss and I put them on these cards. This is just literally a folded piece of paper that I hole punched. And I write down what it is. And then I also put the symbol next to it so that when I'm going along, I don't necessarily need the chart. I can just look, on my card and know what floss that I need. So I haven't gotten very far, but I have been working on, I don't have a thing, but I've been working on this block. So I have the whole top half done. So I really only have, let's get up the picture, put this down. So I'm working on this block right here, but I have all of this done except for the words. I was going to put in, instead of Old MacDonald Had a Farm, E-I-E-I-O, I was going to do my daughter's name and maybe some, like her birthday or whatever. Again, this was meant to be a birth sampler, even though she's 7. So yeah, I'm working on this one right here with the horse and the little ducks. And this is where I'm at. I think it's so cute. So I've pretty much, there is so much 1/1. Like all of these ducks are 1/1, but I think I have now finished the ducks. I need to put in like the tree, and then I'm going to work on the big farmhouse down below. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep this out. I know I didn't work on it like too much, but it's not really holding like my interest, which is probably why it's not done yet. But we'll see. We shall see. This, of course, is my favorite grime guard I've ever made, which is my corn grime guard. Super fun for all your, all your stitching needs. And yeah, that's my one and only whip because I worked on one other project, but spoiler, I started it, finished it, and FFO'd it. Oh yeah. So next up is I decided to have a little bit of an FFO party. What's an FFO party, you might ask? Well, FFO stands for fully finished object. So I had, which I will show you, a project which I started, finished, and then I wanted to FFO it because it was seasonally appropriate. And so I'm like, well, I have a whole bunch of other stuff that needs to be FFO'd. I keep all of my finished projects that I haven't finished basically hanging on a hanger in my closet. And I was like, well, some of these I can definitely finish. So I decided to do just that. I was going to do a vlog about it, but I kind of started, hit a little snag, and then just kind of did it without filming it. So I apologize for that. But let's go through all the projects that I FFO'd. So we'll start with the smallest. So first off, we got Quaker Banana Fob. This is by the Primitive Jewel. I did this on a scrap piece of purple fabric. I think it's called African Violet or something like that. And then I picked my own color and cotton floss. And it is so cute. So what I did was I just appliqued it onto this piece of fabric. And then I stuffed it. I use, I know it's not like the smoothest of finishes, but I just use spare batting. My daughter absolutely loves to cut up batting, and because I run a long arm quilting business, I have a lot of extra batting just floating around my life. So she just cuts it up into tiny little squares for me. So I stuffed it with that. I think it looks just fine. I sewed around the edges just to kind of give it some flair, added a little loopy doopy, and voila, you got yourself a cute little ornament. I don't know if I am going to hang this like on my keys and actually use it as like a keychain. Or if I'm going to just like hang it on the tree, hang it in my office. You know, I got places, things. Yeah, I did this 1/1, by the way, on like 30, it's either 36 or 40 count. Like, I'm very impressed with myself. And yeah, I think it turned out really cute. So that was number 1. Number 2, so another little pillow finish. So this is Little Fall Fling by Lou Who Stitches. I got this as a freebie when I went to, I can't remember which cross stitch retreat. It was the Midwest cross stitch retreat. I can't remember what year. But I decided to finish it into this little pillow. So I added some rickrack, and then, you know, I just used the same fabric kind of at the bottom to make it a little bit longer. And then I kind of sloppily sewed the bottom, but we don't have to look at that. And yeah, look how cute it is. It's just with DMC. I think this took me like 2 days to stitch up. Super cute. Love it. All right, next. So the next 2 are, again, ornament finishes. So this is Chubby Bee. I think this is Jeanette Douglas. She has a whole series of these chubby animals, and this one's the bee. My husband calls me Bee. My business is called the Electric Bee. Bees sort of are in my life. I dressed up as a bee for my half marathon that I completed. I mean, bees are just life, right? So this is using all the called for floss. And I got the floss, the pattern, and the fabric at Lynn's in Madison, Wisconsin, when I was there with my friends, Jessica and Carol. And yeah, I just think it turned out super cute. I mean, I put this on the back. I used some of that rickrack around the side, and I think it's going to look really fun. What I want to do is I really want to put where the long arm is. I really want to put up like a bulletin board of some sort, and like definitely hang this on there because, I mean, it goes with our business. Chubby Bee. Love it. I'm kind of a chubby bee, so I love it. And then we got a hands-on design. So this is a classic haunt by Hands-On Design. Again, finished into an ornament. I decided to put this gold rickrack on the sides, which I think was super fun. I put this fabric, I believe this is an art gallery fabric that I put on the back. And then I can't remember what fabric I stitched this on. Something violet, I think. And then, yeah, it's using all the called for floss. I believe this is like either 36 or 40 count because it looks pretty tiny to me. But come on, look how cute that is. I now have a Halloween tree. It's one of those like ceramic ones that I got. Actually, I weirdly got it for Christmas. But I really, really love it. I got to put it out this year. And so I was like kind of hanging some of my ornaments on it. So yeah, can never have too many Halloween ornaments, at least in my opinion. Let's see. And then up next, so this is another hands-on design. So this is the tree lot. And I did, so this is charted as 3 individual trees, but I decided to do them all together. This fabric, I believe is it Haunted? See, I didn't write any of this down, but it's a Picture This Plus fabric. I believe it's Haunted. I decided to do them all together. I think they look so pretty, and I decided to finish this one as a little flat fold. My daughter helped me pick out this candy cane fabric to use as the background. I'll be honest, I I just couldn't figure out what I wanted. Did I want something dark? Did I want something green? Did I want something red? I couldn't really decide. And Viv pulled this out. I love candy canes. And I was like, sure, why not? So she helped me. And yeah, I put red bric-a-brac around the outside just to give it a little bit of flair. I think it turned out really pretty. I can't wait to put this out at Christmas. It's funny. I always say that Christmas isn't my favorite holiday, which is true. Halloween's my favorite holiday, but I have so many Christmas cross-stitch finishes. So I must just really like stitching Christmas. And I do. So I'm excited to put that one out. And then last but not least, so this was the one that I both started, finished, and FFO'd in the past 2 weeks because I realized I don't have a single Valentine's Day cross stitch. I love Valentine's Day. It's pink, it's red, there's hearts. My daughter's birthday is right around this time. Like, I love Valentine's Day. I always have. I used to love decorating my boxes. I love making Valentines. Like, I just think it's fun. And so I was kind of like decorating, I guess, because I'm just going to be really honest with you. I am sick of winter. I said it. I know. And we've barely gotten any snow. I mean, there's snow outside now, but it actually hasn't been that bad. But I'm just sick of it. I want to run outside. I want to be outside. I'm over it. I'm over it. And I know we got a million more weeks of winter, but whatever. So I decided to decorate for Valentine's Day, which I don't typically do. I have a lot of spring finishes because I really like Easter, but I didn't have so much Valentine's Day. And so I went through, Kathy actually does a freebie because her wedding anniversary is right around Valentine's Day. And so she's been publishing a freebie for a long time, every year. And I've never done one of them. I always download them. I have them printed off, but I've never done one. So I decided to do this one that just says love you. This is done on 28 count Monaco. This was a Moe's sale fabric. I don't even know if they do fabric anymore, from a very, very long time ago. And I just thought it totally fit. This is I think this is just DMC white. And then I can't remember the color that I used as the accent, but I just picked two colors that I felt looked nice. I think she used a white, in hers, and I think it's really pretty. And then again, I finished it as a flat fold. I used this little heart fabric. I decided not to do a trim around it. I just thought it looked really pretty by itself. And yeah, this is Love You, again, by Hands On Design. And you can find this for free on her website. So yeah, I really like it. And again, I've never done it. It's my one and only Valentine's Day stitch. So how fun. All right. Up next, we have quilting. So as some of you may or may not know, I own a business, the Electric Bee Quilt Company. We are our professional long arming service. And as part of that, I decided this year to host a quilt along. So we are quilting our way through Tulip Pink's 100 Modern Quilt Blocks, which is this book. And so we're doing 2 blocks a week. I will link my channel, or you can find my channel, Electric Bee Quilting. I post videos on Sundays and Wednesdays about each block. So we're doing 2 blocks a week. And since I talked to you guys, we have sewed blocks number 5 through 16. Put that over there. Okay, so I'm actually sewing 2. One for myself and one for my husband. So I will show you my husband's blocks first. So for his, they're definitely kind of like more like moody sort of fall colors. I really like this one. There's some wheat in this fabric line. And I'll put up on the screen what fabric line it is. I really like this one. Some checkerboard. This one I really, really, really love. Again, I use the wheat kind of as the background with that cross. So pretty. This one, I like how this is asymmetrical. Got that one. This one. This one was fun. And that one. So those are Jeremy's. And I'll throw a picture up here of them all together, so including his other blocks. And I think his quilt is going to be so pretty when it's done. So these are all 6-inch finished. So they're 6.5-inch unfinished, 6-inch finished. So I'm making basically 2 big queen size quilts, but that's fine. That's fine. The more the merrier. And then for mine, I am using Tula Pink scraps, and then I'm kind of emulating her. So whatever's kind of in the book, I've tried to kind of mimic those colors just with my own scraps. So I love this one. Like, look at the little fruits. Super pretty. Ladybugs. My niece, her nickname is Bug, and so I always, when I see ladybugs, I think of her. Oh, there's Bug again. This is my favorite block I've made. I just think it's so pretty. It's so striking. Of course, I had to, you know, get the sewing machine in there because, well, she's covered up right now, but that's my sewing machine right there. This one. This one. This one's trying to fall off the board, but super pretty. And then this was the one, this is the beginning of the rectangle. So all these were, the book's divided into sections. Those were all crosses, and then that was the start of rectangles. So yeah, I will put in a picture of all of the Tula Pink blocks together. And that quilt along, I won't lie, occupies a lot of my crafty time because, as I said, I film videos for every single one of those blocks. So that definitely takes up a lot of my time to get all that filmed. But they're looking really pretty. I can't wait to assemble the quilt. I'm hoping to get it done before the end of the year. In real time, I'm further ahead than the quilt along is, just in case there's issues or what have you. And I'm hoping to get mine fully finished by both of them, I should say, fully finished by the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes. We're only in February, so I got some time. Okay, and then up next, I talked about how I am doing the Grandma's Kitchen quilt along with Pat Sloan. This is a free quilt along. The patterns are located at her website. I love to make quilts. And since I saw you last, I have done blocks 5 and 6. So again, this is a free quilt along, and I am just using scraps from my stash. So let me use one of these boards. So these are all my non-Tula Pink scraps. So this is block 5. Look how pretty. Or is this block 6? No. Yeah, this is block 5. Super pretty. Again, because I'm using scraps, I decided to just, basically use every fabric. A lot of this is Ruby Star Society because I have quite a bit of Ruby Star Society. So yeah, we got the strawberries. I, of course, snuck in some peas. I love this egg fabric. This is from the original Darlings line, and they came out with Darlings too, but they didn't bring back the egg. So Ruby Star Society, I know, of course, you're not watching this, but if you are, I'd love for you to remake the egg fabric. And yeah, put the little sourpuss right down there. He's cute. And yeah, turned out really fun. I like all the, opportunities just to use my crazy scraps. And then this one's kind of a doozy. This is like an asymmetrical quilt, and there's kind of some crazy sashing. So this is block 6. I'll show it to you kind of in pieces. And then it has a bunch of sashing. So this is block 6. So I decided to put the octopus in the middle. And then this is one of my absolute favorite Ruby Star prints. This came out with the Darlings 2 line. So these are the bananas. And it came out in 3 colors, this pink, black, and white, and I have a lot of yardage of each of them. The pink is probably my favorite. So I snuck that in there around the octopus, and then I added in this blue. I think it turned out fun. And then there is a big checkerboard sashing that goes with it. So actually, I need to make some bigger boards, but so yeah, look at that. So I kind of did a rainbow because I like rainbows, and I just used all sorts of fun fabric. Basically anything in my scraps that I had that I thought might work. You know, strawberries. I got the cats. This is Rachel Hauer fabric. I got Beauty and the Beast. I got Tigger. So Tracy sent me one of her quilts to quilt, baby quilt, and this was like a small little cutoff from the side because I bound them for her too. And so I was able to fussy cut Tigger, and I really like it because now I feel like Tracy and I share a quilt together. Let's see. I got these little dudes. As I said, I really don't throw anything away. So even though it was kind of a small strip, just off the side for me to bind it, I was like, ooh, I can probably cut Tigger out of there. So yeah, that little bear is down there. It's just, I mean, it's so much fun. And then of course down here I got the mushrooms, and then Vivi actually cut this for me. My daughter, she cut these socks. So yeah, I'm having so much fun with this quilt along. It's super fun. It's, you know, just a great opportunity to like dig through my scraps. I mean, that's like honestly, excuse me, my type of quilting is dig through your scrap pile, find random stuff that may or may not look good together, and just throw it in a quilt. I love it. I love it so much. One of my secret things is I love, you know, just a mystery scrap bag. Like I know people sell them, you know, for different designers or what have you. And like, I just love it. Like, oh yes, I will use your scraps. Like gladly send them to me. What do you have? 2.5-inch strips? Great. Send them to me. Got tiny weird pieces? I'll take them. So yeah. So those are the two quilts that I'm working along. The Pat Sloan one, I think is a 12-week long. I have block 7 is actually cut up, and then block 8 came out this week. So I'm hoping to get those done, but who knows? And then I have 2 finishes. So this is my first one. So these were pieced, quilted, bound by me. So this is the January Table Topper by Elizabeth Arndt. And this, I decided to do, hers is done in greens and blues, but I decided to do mine in grays and blues because, as I said, I'm not a big winter person. And so, I decided that I needed something like a wall hanging, you know, to hang up, or I mean, I could put this on my table too, just something like that's a little more like wintry. And I really liked this pattern. I really like that there's, you know, the big star in the middle and then some stars on the outside. I used just a random fabric on the back. I quilted this on my long arm, and so it's kind of hard to see, but there are snowflakes in it, which I think is really pretty. And yeah, I think it turned out super nice. And then I bound it with this like gray and white stripe, which I think is really pretty. And yeah, January Table Topper by Elizabeth Arndt. Love it. Love it. All right, and then last but not least, I showed this last time as a whip, but now it is a FFO. And actually, I think I'm going to have to stand up. So I apologize. You can see that I'm wearing sweatpants. But this is Spooky and Sweet by Fat Quarter Shop. Last time I showed it to you, I believe I only had this witch done, but now I have the whole thing done. And yeah, super pretty. I'm using, the background is by a fabric line from Art Gallery called Eerie. And then everything else is sort of scraps. The white that's in the ghosts is from Hey Boo by Lella Boutique. This particular fabric that's in the witch's hat and then in the centers of these is actually glow in the dark, which is fun. Otherwise, the rest of it is just kind of scraps from my stash. And yeah, this is a free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. They release kind of a fall / Halloween freebie every year. I have done all of them. So I finally finished this year's, or I should say last year's. This was quilted by me on my long arm. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but I did a spider web, which I think is really pretty. I used this kind of light purple thread that matches the background. I think it looks really pretty. I used Tula Pink's black and white stripe binding for it. And then the back is I had enough fabric. The same fabric is on the background. So yeah, I really, really like how this one turned out. And I wanted to hang it on the wall now. I might still hang it on the wall now. We will just see. No, it's not seasonally appropriate, but I mean, honestly, when am I ever seasonally appropriate? So yeah, that's everything that I've been crafting on in the last couple of weeks. It feels like a lot, but it also feels like not a whole lot because, as I said, I don't have, you know, a ton of whips to show you. But I hope to be back soon. And yeah, tell me what's your favorite project I've been working on, or what have you guys been working on? Let me know, and I will talk to you later. Bye!